Okay, now let's add the login form. So from where the user would able to authenticate himself or herself with the backend system. So I'm moving to the VS Code, and there in my folder that inside the component I'm going to create a new file called login.js, and let's create the functional component, react functional component, and the functional component is ready with me. Okay, so let's start coding it. So I'll be writing everything inside the container, so let me start with the container element. Okay, so we have a container, and let me format the code. Yeah, so the code is formatted. So I'm going to write everything inside the container itself. So now let's create the division inside that. So this is just for some decoration. So division class name row, and let's keep the space of 4 from the top in the y direction, and let me have a style. We are going to keep this division at the center, so here I'm going to give the style that is justify center. Okay, so justify content colon center. Okay, so everything would be in the center now. Okay, so let me complete the tab. Okay, so my division is ready, and let's have one more division to specify the width of the component which would be there inside this division. Okay, so division class name is equal to column. We are going to have total 3 column. So column dash md dash 3, and the offset of the column, that is column md dash offset dash 3. Okay, and let me complete the tag. Okay, right, so we are having this column. Okay, let's see that is there any effect on the page or not. So what we'll be doing for that, let's go to the app.js, and inside the app.js I'm going to add one more route which we have previously added few of the routes. Okay, so here the path would be login in this case, and the element would be login, and of course we are going to have the alert on that, right? So let's save this, and here it is saying that login is not defined, so just I can retype the login over here, or what else I can do, I can import the login over here, that is import login from dot slash component slash login. Okay, now this should work. Okay, so I have added this app.js, sorry, the login component routing information to the app.js like this. Okay, and also we require to import the login over here so that there won't be any error. Okay, so we are ready with this login.js. Now if I will go to the our web application, and if I will click on the login, it should display nothing over here, right? So let me just test it whether it is coming or not. So let me write login page. Okay, and let me see, here I'm getting this login page. So right now that login page is there. Okay, so let's remove this and let's continue with this page. Okay, so what I'll be doing now, that we have added everything, so now I'm going to add the card, and inside the card I would be having a card header, and inside the card header I'm going to give the name of this form, that is login form. Okay, let's see that whether it is coming or not. Yes, it is coming, the login form. Okay, let's add the remaining thing. So we are going to add the form component inside the card. right? So let's add the form. Okay, and inside the form that we are going to have a card body where we are going to put our remaining components. So card body is there. Okay, let's put our form group inside that. So form group, and let's give the class, that is class name is equal to mb-3. Okay, this is enough, right? Okay, so let's see, if you will see that the card body is coming over here, right? Now let's put the content control inside that. So I'm putting input group. Okay, and inside the input group I'm going to have the input text. Okay, so let's have input group dot text. Okay, so the text box should be there. So let's see that here we are having some textbooks like component. Okay, and now what we'll be doing that inside the this text, right, we are going to put the our font awesome icon so that it will look good. So font awesome icon is equal to far envelope. Okay, far envelope, this would be the icon. Okay, and let's finish this so there won't be any error. Okay, so here you can see we have this icon far envelope, and besides this we are going to have a text box. Okay, so let's use that tag and let's create the text box controller, that is a with the help of form control. Okay, and here the type of this form control would be, let's say, email. Okay, and we are going to have the placeholder is equal to enter email. Okay, that says that how does it look like? It's look perfect. Okay, right? So we are going to have this enter email. Let me have this e capital. Okay, enter email. Okay, now let's have one more form group control. Okay, so just I'm going to copy paste all these things. Before that, let me format the code. Yeah, this is perfectly okay. Right, now what I'm going to do that I'm going to have this form group. I will copy it and I will paste it once again. Okay, and let me say that it's look good. Okay, now here the second form group, that would be the password. Okay, so let's see that how we can write a, or where do we require to change. Okay, so here that first I'm going to change the icon. Okay, and here the type would be now password, right, and here the placeholder would be password. Okay, so for lock is not working. Let me see. Yeah, okay, so it is imported now. Okay, the file lock is imported, so now it should work. So everything is working fine. Okay, so let's go to the end of card body, and here I'm going to have now card footer. Okay, where I'm going to put the buttons. So card dot footer. Okay, and there I'm going to have a button. Okay, so let's take the button. This would be the login button. So variant of this button is equal to primary. Okay, and the type would be submit. Okay, yeah, button is ready, and let's see the button. Yeah, button is there over here. It looks nice. Okay, so now if I will give the name to the button login. Okay, so we are going to have the button like this, that login. Okay, and if you want to add any like for the font icon, okay, that also we can add. So let's add that. The font awesome icon is equal to for sign in. Okay, and let me close this. Okay, now it should work properly. Okay, now you can see that we are having the login button with the icon. Okay, let's put some space in between. So I'm putting the space like this. Okay, so this looks good. Okay, let's have one more button. Okay, the button would be of reset, right? So here the button, let's say that the reset button. Okay, reset. Okay, and here the sign of the reset should be far undo. Let's say far undo is that. Okay, right, and here the type, let's say type is reset. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we are having the reset and login button. Okay, let's have some space between these two buttons. So I'm going to provide the space like this. Okay, now there should be some space. Okay, so we are ready with our login page. That's it for this.